Well, good morning, ladies and germs of YouTube. It's lunchtime, and as I promised, we are going to do the remake of Spanish rice. This is Monday. Now, I have 4 other surprise flavors that we will be doing during the week. We'll get into those later, but let me give you a spoiler at this moment on one of them. Chicken with broccoli. Well, in all fairness, a little upfront disclosure. It has been my practical experience over many years that any of these freeze-dried dinner kits that include the dried broccoli, I tend not to like. We'll keep an open mind. We'll give it a tasting this week, but it just doesn't taste like broccoli. And I want you to understand completely. I love fresh broccoli. Broccoli and cheese sauce, broccoli with a little butter and salt on it, broccoli with a little mayo on it. Any way I can get it, I love fresh broccoli. These kits, though, like I say, generally speaking, my wife gets rice with cheddar and broccoli. I just don't like it. Something about the flavor, it just tastes like somebody's old gym socks to me. But, like I said, in all fairness, I will give this Knor side a tasting. I've never had the Knor with broccoli in it before in any way, shape, or form. But like I said, fair is fair. Give you a little up front. I'll try and keep an open mind about it, but dried broccoli just don't get it done for me, generally speaking. We'll give it a try, though. I've got some other videos that are coming out here for you. I did a video on my version of campfire oven, 1 quart size. I've done a video on common man digging tool. And boy, let me tell you, common man. Those will be coming out either just in front of or just after this video. Depends on what mood I'm in when I get home and start up with the computer. What else have we got coming up for you? Well, I'm waiting for springtime. I'm still trying to find a place to put my smithy so that I can put my smith back together. Now, I had one for a long time here, way back when. Ended up losing the site, lost the anvil. They were on loan to me. I have procured a new anvil. New is a bit of a misnomer. I've picked me up a 70-pound North Carolina forge, circa 1925. So it's very old, but new to me. I've gotten myself a brake drum off of one of them great big old flatbed wreckers. Pretty big. I got to do some cutting down on it before I can turn it into a forge. What I really need is a place. And I ain't yet figured that out in the area I'm in. Because if I set it up in my backyard, I'm going to have 250 hostile screaming neighbors wanting to scalp me. That's the kind of place I live. Not very nice. Not very good. And there's really no place out in the country where I can take it and leave it without fear of it disappearing. So I'm looking for a new place to move to where I can set it up. Other things I've got in the works, I've mentioned it before. I've got that knife I'm planning on rehabbing. Can't wait to get on my anvil so I can build me a few new knives. And come the spring, we're going to do a little fishing. I'm thinking about, I've had a great number of people PM me wanting me to do an EDC dump. Show you what I carry with me every day. I'm toying with the notion, I made a promise to myself I wasn't going to do those kind of videos. Yeah, but then I made a promise I wasn't going to do any tastings and, that sort of stuff. But now I'm doing them. Well, maybe I'll do an EDC dump after all. I'm not going to get into the bug out bag. I mean, y'all have seen that there's a million bug out bag videos. But being as I'm a bus driver, being as I'm what I am, I'm not the same as most of these other preppers. Maybe what I carry might give somebody a good notion on something to add to their own kit. So maybe I'll do that. But for now, this is Prepper Emberado of Emberado Smith & Woodcraft. We'll see you in a little bit with lunch. Well, welcome back. And I'd say it's soup. I hope this will work. There, that should have me in frame. And it's lunchtime. This would be, as I told you earlier, remake of Spanish rice. Knor pasta sides. Oh my, it looks good, don't it? Yeah. Oh, let's find out how good it tastes. Hope y'all can deal with the tunes, because I'm a country boy. Now granted, this ain't like the true country that I really love. This is, oh bother, what a pain. Okay, let's try this then. There, I hope that gets me in frame now. There, okay, that'll have to do. Okay. As I say, I like the old country music. They don't play that kind of music in this part of the country. Sad, but true. In case you all noticed, most of the time you find me wearing in black. One of my favorite country singers had a song many years ago. Johnny Cash, Why I Wear Black. And basically his reason was he'd carry off a little darkness on his own back until things got better on the earth. Well, Johnny's gone, and somebody needed to step up and try and tote off a little bit of that darkness. So I guess it'll be me until somebody better comes along and comes up with a better answer. Or you can always look at it the way Henry Ford did. Paint my car any color as long as it's black. He was a smart man too. Anyhow, I digress. We are tasting Knor Spanish sides with wieners. And like I said, I still ain't learned how to cook without heat. I know, it's an old joke, but it's a goodie. I'm always picking on my wife. I says, when are you going to learn to cook without so much heat? She don't appreciate it. Then my wife, she has much of a sense of humor. Especially when the joke's on her. Yep. I'll tell you, it very, very similar to the San Francisco treat. Flavor-wise, very, very, very similar. Need salt. That's the thing I'm finding with these Knor sides. At least for my taste, they all need a little bit of salt. I use kosher. This is just a mill. Kosher is definitely my rock of choice. Now I'm spouting Alton Brown. In case any of you are uncertain who that is, he's the narrator from Iron Chef, or he was the lead host or lead character on a program called Good Eats. Look him up. Real cute, funny guy. I don't mean cute looks. I mean cute in the way he does his humor. Fresh cracked black pepper. Nothing better than fresh cracked. Yum. Now, whilst we're having lunch, something I want to suggest to y'all. I've seen a lot of preppers as of late doing these pre-prepared, pre-packaged 7-day buckets. For food preps I'm talking about now. Well, I was sitting there watching a prepper last night, or the night before, I'm not sure just what it was now off the top of my head. And he was doing some company's 7-day bucket or 1-month bucket, which came in a green tote. I forget which company, it doesn't matter. And he's pulling out of there plastic bags of instant soup mix, or, well, minimal cooking required soup mix, instant mashed potatoes, instant rice, macaroni and cheese, powdered milk. Ew. Powdered milk, I hate that stuff. I understand its usefulness as a prep, but doesn't mean I gotta like it. And then he tells us the price. The 7-day bucket is $100. And I forget what he said, it's $350 for the 30-day or something like that. And I'm sitting there scratching my head and thinking, I can put together from Wally World a 7-day or 30-day bucket of supplies that would resemble that bucket or bin, almost identical. Different brand names, but the exact same kinds of stuff. I'll bet you I can put together a 7-day bucket for about $25, maybe $30. I mean, come on. Are they kidding me? 3 minimalist calorie meals per day for 7 days costs $100. I can go to the bakery at Walmart and get the bucket for free. All I got to do is ask. Or I can go to the local bakery at any grocery store. They get 5-gallon and 3-gallon buckets full of frosting to make their baked goods, and they have to pay to get rid of them dang things. If you walk up and you real polite, real nice, ask real polite, they may not have any to give you that second, but they'll take your name and your phone number, and they'll call you when they got a stack of them, and you're welcome to come pick them up. They're happy to give them to you because they don't have to pay to get rid of them. And like I said, you can buy the Walmart brand Hamburger Helper Stroganoff for $1 or $1.50, as opposed to the Hamburger Helper brand that you're going to pay $3.50 for. Whatever. You can buy the less expensive version, and in an SHTF where you're just trying to provide yourself a meal to keep alive, I'm sure it'd be just fine. Now, yeah, some things you're going to want dried sour cream instead of the fresh creamy stuff for storage. Now that kind of item will run you a little more money, but guess what, you can still put down enough of it with, say, 4 meals in, or 5 meals in a 30-day box for about $1 to do 4 or 5 meals in a 30-day period with a stroganoff from even Hamburger Helper. Now, Hamburger Helper comes with the powdered sour cream in it. You can do your own from scratch with just dried pasta noodles and hamburger and its seasonings. And trust me, those buckets are robbing you blind. Do it yourself. Do it cheaper. And if you're using a vacuum sealer to seal up pasta, it's going to last 30 years no matter what you do to it, as long as you keep it dry and out of the sunlight. Same goes for rice. Just common sense, boys and girls. A little more critical thinking is what's needed here. Now, I've added a little salt. It's cooled off just a skosh. Let's see. Dress me up, but I can't take me nowhere. Yep. That's what I need, a little salt. Let me tell you, that's a pretty tasty lunch, boys and girls. Well, this has been Prepper Embarado of Embarado Smithing and Woodcraft. Keep your powder dry. Be of good courage. Long live the Republic. Long live the United States. And we'll see you next time.